Welcome to the channel, ladies and gents. So today's topic is going to be a very interesting one, and it has to do with 5 reasons why guys sell their dream car or their dream car build after it's done being built and it's completely done, tuned up, everything's dialed in. Within 6 months, these guys just sell the car. Okay, this is a phenomenon I've seen happen dozens and dozens and dozens of times in the ZR1 community. I've seen it happen in other communities as well, other platforms. So it's not just one platform related. It seems like it's a car thing, you know? And I suspect certain things. I have a list of 5 reasons why I think guys just sell their car after they're done building it. They've reached that certain number, or maybe they haven't reached that number, and they end up selling the car. You know, they put all this money and time into the car, and then all once they sell it, okay, out of the blue. Like, usually directly after it's done being dyno tuned. But anyways, let's get into the first one, which is that, okay, they're not happy with the dyno numbers or the real world performance. Maybe they're just not realistic. So whatever it is, okay, they get this number from a dyno. Now, dyno numbers are very finicky, okay? There's a lot of variables. You could take the same kind of dyno, same brand, same model, and it could vary up to 100 horsepower and torque. So maybe they get a low number, maybe they're figuring that they were going to get a higher number or something, and then the number just doesn't settle right with them, and they put so much time into this car already that they get to this point and they're like, oh, well, I'm not happy with it for whatever reason. Okay? And they're just not realistic. They don't realize that, you know, you might need more supporting mods or different kind of mods to make this happen, or to make certain performance criteria or metrics happen. So they're not happy with the dyno numbers or real world performance, and they just sell the car. Okay? And usually this happens right after it's dyno tuned. They do a hit, a draggy run, or a drag race, you know, session, and nothing, you know, suits their fancy or whatever. They're just not happy with it, okay? And then that's it. They just sell it, okay? Then moving on to number 2 is they run out of money, or they simply can't afford it. Now, this is something that happens a lot, okay? I've seen it happen a lot, and a lot of people get into, like, this platform here, which is a ZR1, C6 ZR1, and they just think they're going to get 1,000 horsepower with, like, 10 grand or something, okay? Some crazy, you know, low, you know, monetary figure, and they're going to try to build a 1,000 horsepower car on a shoestring budget, like less than a shoestring budget when it comes to this platform, and they just simply can't afford it, okay? And they're one mistake away, one bad part, one unreliable part, one something away from them completely not affording the car, okay? They are on the threshold of being able to afford this car. And that's another reason why they sell it. They put 10 grand, 15 grand into it, then they expect 1,000 horsepower or 1,100 horsepower, and then they get disappointed, and they can't afford it anymore. They simply cannot afford the platform. This platform, the ZR1 Corvette, very expensive platform, just like the same thing with Porsche, Audi R8s, McLarens. All these cars are not cheap cars. To modify them properly is a lot of freaking money, and most people can't afford them. And that's why they hold on to it for a year or 2 years, 3 years the most, and then they can't afford the car, okay? I've had this car over 11 years now. I can afford this car. I've built this car myself. I've put so much money into this car, I can't even keep track. I lost count, okay? I actually do know a figure, but it's well over 50 grand of just parts alone, okay? So that just tells you, if you want to make it last and live long, you have to spend money on top quality parts, or find the people to work on it that are top quality, and don't just choose the cheapest guys around in town that work on other Corvettes, okay, or other Camaros or other cars. It's like, no, you need guys that are specialized in your platform, specifically, in this case, a ZR1. You want people who are dialed in and understand this car and exactly what it needs. All right, so let's move on to number 3. This is, they hurt the motor, or it's too expensive for them to rebuild it. Okay, this is like, kind of ties into number 2, but Number 3 is something happened, they hurt the motor, and now they're trying to sell it. Okay, that's this happens all the freaking time. Okay, they hurt the motor, then they dial back the tune or some shit, and they something happens where they try to cover it up. Okay, so be well aware that that's another reason why guys sell their dream car project builds. Okay, is that they hurt the motor, they hurt something. Okay, they hurt the transmission, the manual transmission, or the differential, or something happened to the car. And now they're just not happy, and they're like, oh, I don't want this headache. I got to replace all this shit on the car. I got to do it right. It's like, no, they can't afford it, okay? They can't afford it, and they ran out of money, okay? And the motor's hurt, and all this shit. It's just like a complete shitstorm, basket case of a car now. And they just want to, like, cut their losses and just sell it hurt, okay? Which is crazy. But anyways, number 4 is going to be their girl is jealous AF of them spending money on the project car, and tensions are very freaking high, forced to sell or else. So pretty much a guy's girlfriend or wife is had it with the car. The guy spent so much money and time on it that she's not getting attention and her needs met. But whatever the case is, the girl gets extremely furious and tensions are high when it comes to the car. And some dudes just collapse and cave in and just give up, okay, and then sell the car. That's a big reality that happens to some dudes. I feel bad for them that they're, but it is what it is, okay? They got to learn their lesson and try better next time. But that is a big reality, is that some girlfriends and wives are envious of your project car, dream car build, and this and that, and they will sometimes fuck with you just to get rid of it, okay? They will start shit testing you and all sorts of different things, making ultimatums or whatever. Don't deal with that. If you can, get rid of the chick and find another one, okay? When times are better. But anyways. All right, so number 5 is going to be the build takes so long to do, they simply lose interest and want to move on to something else. This is also a very big possibility, and I've seen happen, is some people, they send a car away, or they send it to someone else, a custom builder, or whatever. They send it out, and a year and a half goes by, sometimes 2 years. Sometimes they take 3 years to build the car, and the owner simply just loses interest and wants to buy something else. This is a very big possibility, and it does happen. Building a very, capable car, reliable car takes a lot of time, and sometimes these builds will take a long time. My car, my initial build took like almost a year, okay? And that was with me building it. Not even dyno tuning it yet. Just me building it, putting all the proper components in the engine build together, sourcing parts, having wrong parts sent to me, having to reorder parts, having to try different parts, having to constantly sourcing parts and sifting through bad or defective parts to build this car, okay, the way I wanted, with no compromise. And this is the reality. It takes time. If someone tells you it's going to take 3 months to build, at least quadruple that. At least quadruple that, because there's going to be something that happens in their lives. If you rely on someone else to build your car, it's going to take even longer, okay, than you relying on yourself to build the car, just to let you know. There's going to be so many variables. Every time there's someone else involved in the chain of building your car, it's going to extrapolate the time that it takes to finish this car. And I know from experience, it took me almost a year to get it finally, started up and with the base tune and bringing it to the dyno and having my tuner to finally dial it in. It takes freaking time, I'm telling you. So people simply lose interest and they just want to move on to something else and sell the car, which is I guess okay. But for certain cars, they're worth keeping and just weathering that time and that storm through all that bullshit and just have a nice car at the end of it. But anyways, that's what the option some people take. Let's go to a bonus one, which is number 6. They get it all built up and then they wreck it. Okay, this also happens shortly after they finish dyno tuning or building the car because they can't handle the car. Okay, they went from stock, say 500 horse, 600 horse, to 1,000 or 1,100, And these guys don't even know what the hell they're doing. And they crashed the car. They wrecked the car. And then they're selling they're selling off the car in parts on Facebook Marketplace and in Facebook groups when a month ago you just saw that they finished the car and the car's dyno tuned. This is also a big thing that happens is people finish the car, get it tuned up, all dialed in, and then they wreck the car. And then now it's being sold for parts. Okay, this is what happens. This is reality here. Okay, many people end up going this route because they just simply are stupid or whatever. They buy a car that's way too much car for them or whatever, but they can't handle it and they end up wrecking it. But that's going to be 5 plus a bonus, reason why I think guys sell their car after they're finished building that dream car, that dream build, that dream motor. They wreck the thing. Okay, the shit happens. The girlfriend gets jealous. They lose interest. They can't afford it. Okay, there's a lot of variables. Certain platforms are very expensive to keep long term, and I guess it's life. And sometimes you can afford it, sometimes you can't. Maybe 10 years from now you can go ahead and try it again, I guess. But that's going to be my 2 cents on 5 reasons why I think guys end up selling their car after these big builds. But let me think down below what you think some other reasons are that I haven't covered myself. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one.